He watched from the corner as the family he loved held someone else. The world that once revolved around him now had a new son.
But someone did notice. A silent watcher in the shadows.
His name was once a chorus in this house. Now, it was a forgotten whisper.
It wasn't always this way. He was the center of their universe.
Every evening ended with cuddles. Every morning began with a walk.
He was their confidant, their protector, their very best friend.
His needs were always met. His presence always cherished.
Life was perfect, and he thought it would last forever. But forever is a promise life rarely keeps. Change arrived, swaddled in a pastel blanket. The day they brought him home, the air itself felt different.
Full of a new cow.
He was curious, of course. This new creature, so small and fragile. He didn't understand what it was. But he knew it was important.
In the beginning, things were just different. The house was quieter. The walks were shorter.
He waited patiently, believing his turn would come. Days turned into weeks, and the new rhythm of the house left little room for the old one. Little things were forgotten. Small routines, once sacred, now overlooked. An invitation to play, met with an unintentional rejection. Each small moment built a wall, brick by invisible brick. He was on the outside now, looking in on a life that was no longer his. The cat saw the growing distance. It understood the language of a heavy heart. Night fell, bringing a quiet ache. The silence was heavier than any noise.
Memories were being replaced. New chapters written over old ones.
Even his own small space was no longer his.
He felt like a stranger in his own home. A ghost of a life once lived.
Their love hadn't vanished. It had just been redirected. But love doesn't disappear when it's ignored. Sometimes it finds a new way to be seen.
An unlikely ally. A shared understanding without words.
In the quiet corners of the house, a new bond was forming.
He was no longer completely alone.
And that, he realized, made all the difference.
The morning brought a fragile peace, a quiet acceptance of the new reality.
Then, a small accident. A tiny gesture that would change everything. He remembered his purpose. He was a helper, a guardian. It wasn't a frisbee in the park, but it was a game of fetch all the same.
And for the first time in a long time, she truly saw him. She remembered the gentle giant who had always been there. The circle of their family hadn't shrunk. It had simply made room for one more.
The little things, once forgotten, were now remembered. The silent watcher had played its part.
The balance was restored.
They hadn't replaced him. They had just forgotten one simple thing. That a heart, especially a dog's heart, only grows bigger with more to love.
A new friendship was blossoming, built on soft toys and shared floors. The dog was no longer just a pet. He was a fluffy pillow, a steadfast guardian.
The walks were still shorter, but the days were fuller.
He was the safety net, the first friend, the silent protector. Love, he learned, wasn't a finite resource. It multiplied. The family was different now. More chaotic, more tired, but more complete.
He wore the marks of 2 generations of love, the old and the new, intertwined.
Because love doesn't disappear when it's ignored. It simply waits for a chance to grow. And in this house, full of noise and chaos, love had finally found its perfect harmony.
Time, once a slow and heavy thing, began to fly.
Days turned into a blur of shared moments. The little boy learned his first words. And one of them was the old dog's name.
The old dog was no longer just a pet. He was a guardian, a confidant, a brother.
They spoke a language without words. A silent understanding built on trust and cookies. Even the queen of the castle approved. She saw that the balance had been restored.
But as the boy grew stronger, his oldest friend began to fade. The years had been kind, but they had not been still. He had given all the time he had.
Now it was the boy's turn to care for him.
A debt of love being gently repaid.
The family knew their time with him was precious, and they cherished every quiet moment.
They held on, not wanting to let go. But some journeys must be taken alone. That night, surrounded by the family he had built twice, the old dog dreamed. He dreamed of chasing red balls under a summer sun, of a time when his legs were strong and his heart was young. He dreamed of his new best friend, a bond forged in laughter, a love that gave his final years a purpose. And in his sleep, full of happy memories, he quietly slipped away. The house felt quieter the next day. A space had opened up that could never be filled.
He was gone from their sight, but not from their hearts. Grief is the price we pat for love. And their love had been immense. Life, as it always does, went on. The pain softened into memory.
They planted a new life in his favorite spot. A promise that he would never be forgotten.
Because love doesn't disappear when it's ignored. It simply waits for a chance to grow.
The old dog taught him about loyalty and about patience.
The guardian had watched it all unfold. The heartache and the healing.
For love is not about replacement. It is about making more room in the heart. He arrived as a stranger, bringing a love that would span generations.
They had replaced him, in a way. But they had forgotten one thing. that a love so true never really leaves at all. It becomes a part of you, a quiet presence that always remains.
He watched from the corner as the family he loved held someone else, and he smiled.